hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too, little bunny. I am so glad you're here. God, I am so glad you're here. I love it when you're here. I really love this sacred time together. It's special where you and me, and Daddy and his little bunny, can just snuggle up, can just enjoy each other's company. The simple joy in life of spending time with loved ones. And I really, truly love you. You're not just anyone, little bunny. You want me to prove it? If you're not my little bunny, if you're listening in on this and you're not my little bunny, go away right now. Okay, I think it's just you and me now, little bunny. I love you specifically. Not everybody in the world. I believe we should treat everyone with dignity, little bunny. I will treat everyone with dignity in the world. But I would never be able to make myself love anyone the way I love and care for you. I don't just care about you, little bunny. I really like to care for you. And I care for you in every way that I can think of, whether it's being here every Friday, although that's pretty easy actually, whether it's making sure to guide your life in ways that I can, not tell you what to do, not influence you, but maybe help you out, give you a little helping hand whenever you need a helping hand. It can be tough to figure out life on your own, even if you have friends and family. There's still a lot of figuring out life you have to do, don't you, little bunny? Does that sound familiar? Feel like, well, I can tell you about my life. I've had to do all this garden stuff. Oh, excuse me, you hear me gurgling. I've had to do all this garden stuff without any kind of mentorship about here's how you build a community, here's how you do your social media, and here's how you make content that's special. I don't know, maybe it's best that I don't have a mentor, that you and I are just figuring this out. Actually, you can be my mentor, little bunny. I would love for you to give me feedback on literally anything and everything. If there's a small detail that I do that you don't like in the podcast, let's say, if there's a small audio thing you don't like, if there's a phrase I use that doesn't sit right, if there's just any critique you have, big or small, tell me. Go to the website lindy.garden/whisper. And there's an anonymous form that goes straight to me. And I'm asking, critique me, help me get better, little bunny, because I have no mentor in this. I'm just figuring it out as I go. So you can really help me with that way. How can I be better? And in return, little bunny, I have but one small theme of the episode. And I should pull up the way that I phrased it. I wrote it down, but I'll just improvise it. Life is messy, little bunny. Be kind to yourself and keep going. I tell you this in the context of if you make a mistake, if you say something you regret, if you do something that makes you cringe, moments, minutes, hours, days, years later, if you ever carried yourself in the past a way you don't like, that you wouldn't now, that embarrasses you, any number of things that you really critique yourself on. Life is messy, little bunny. It just is messy. So be kind to yourself and keep going. All right, I'm off the clock already. That was easy. I'm in Japan right now, little bunny, having a wonderful, peaceful time. I'm here for the startup. I have a presentation that is next week. By the time you hear the podcast next week, I will have done the presentation. And I hope it will have gone well. And so right now I'm at my host's apartment. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm at my host's apartment and I'm looking out. Oh my God. Oh, if I go to this side of the table, I can see Mount Fuji, little bunny. Hold on. Oh, we have to switch seats. Oh, pause. Get ready for mic sounds. Wow. I'm looking at Mount Fuji right now, little bunny, and it's a super clear view. This day specifically is just unusually clear. The sky is completely invisible. And the light of what is sunrise right now, the light is just so marvelous. Wow. So I'm at my host's apartment right now. And I have such good sleep hygiene while I'm here, because the worse my sleep hygiene gets in New York, and I'm staying up till I won't even tell you how late, then suddenly I'm a take over the world early riser here, which is great. Except when I do work on the startup late, even here, and then I wake up late. So it's been a great time here so far in Japan. Very peaceful, very affirming that I want to grow the garden into Japan. And even not just for the sake of bringing the garden to Japan, but to bring myself and to bring you, little bunny, to Japan as well. It's a marvelous place in the world. It's got so many things going for it, and I hesitate to list them off because that would put some first, but I'll just go for it. It's very clean. It's very orderly. This is the largest city, or at least tied for it. I'm in Tokyo, and it's just so orderly. You would think, little bunny, that it would be this chaotic mess. Not the case at all. Super orderly. There's a marvelous aesthetic. I would say it's simplicity. Simplicity is not necessarily appealing, but there's like they're not shying away from beauty. And there's a bit of a grotesqueness that I think entered aesthetics in the 20th century. And it's nice for experimentation, but the Japanese aren't afraid to just make something pretty. There's a level of care that goes into everything they do. So actually I have coffee that's in the kitchen I have to grab. We did a coffee tasting, and the amount of care that they put into it was like, I don't quite know how to describe it. Everyone who does their job wants to do the best possible job, not even that they can do, but that can be done. So even if someone is just sweeping the street, they want want to do the best job that can be done. They want to sweep the street to make the street as clean as it possibly can be. If there's someone who does crafts, we went to an arts and crafts store, like, but really, really nice. And the level of care into every bowl or every knife that is made, or chopsticks that are made, whatever it may be. They're really trying to do the absolute best that can be done. I find that so worth admiration and so inspiring as well. Makes me want to do the best job, not even that I can do, but can I push what I think I can do? Can I push the quality of everything can I do? Can I put in the care to put a little bit of myself in everything? What would that mean for you, little bunny? In everything that you do, see it as part of yourself. Every task for work, every creative project, every exchange you have with someone else, can you imbue yourself into what comes out of you, whether physically or metaphorically? Can you be what comes out of you? Every time you speak to someone, can you give yourself? And this one actually is not quite a Japanese thing, but this is now a garden thing. When I asked you, little bunny, about feedback on just what an ideal man is from your point of view, specifically for a lover that you would have, the number one most common thing among all the responses was authenticity. To really be present, to really bring you. Don't bring a performance. Don't bring a swindling, what would you say? Don't bring a fake version of yourself. Even a fake version in order to be liked. That is something that Japanese culture does tend to do, is they tend to have it's like an outward side and an inner side, where they do a bit of a performative outer self with people they don't know very well. But I think it's over-exaggerated when people talk about it. But back to our garden wisdom, I would love to bring you, with every word I say, little bunny, with every pause, with every just being, every outwardly energy that I can radiate when I'm with you, little bunny. I want it to be imbued with me. When you're here with me, I want you to get me, to receive me. I don't want it to be good. I want me to be something that makes your life better, makes your life enjoyable, makes your life special. And I want that back, little bunny. Even if you just send me love into the air through garden magic, it reaches me. You could do it right now if you just try. Just radiate love for me if you believe I deserve it. Radiate love for me if you choose to give it. And I can feel it right now. I can feel it soaking in. I always want the real you, little bunny. I want to be here not just when you're in a good mood. I want to be here when you're in any mood. I want to give myself to you when you're in any mood. I'm quite a sturdy person, little bunny. Emotionally sturdy. It gets me in trouble sometimes when I have to feign emotion on some things. I deeply care, but my emotions are super steady and sturdy. So you can bring yourself in any mood to me. You could come to me at the worst day of your worst life, and it wouldn't wreck me. It wouldn't wreck me. And I would care about you. I would care for you. And I do care for you. But in that instance, if you came to me the worst day of your worst life, I would care for you, as I always do. And you would not wreck me. It's not even possible. Not even possible. Turn it into a strength, little bunny. You ever get in trouble for some trait about yourself? Like you're too this or you're too that? I don't know, I bet it's a strength when you use it in the right way. Do you get accused of being too emotional? Maybe go find a partner who is unemotional and they will be thrilled to have you, little bunny. They'll be thrilled to have you because you'll bring life. Queen Little Bunny is super emotional and many times negative emotions, but it's a source of life for me. It gives me something that I don't experience on my own so easily. And back to the idea of imbuing yourself in everything that comes out of you. There's a dirty joke in there, isn't there? When something comes out of me, little bunny, it's full of me, and I want you to receive it, little bunny. If you're listening to a playtime audio in the locked section of the garden, if you want to do more audios of all kinds of variety, there is the locked section of the garden, which is for ages 18 to 800 only. That's patreon.com/Lindy's Garden. Or it's, hold on. Better yet, I should just start saying lindy.garden/list. That's where we have the full list of everything. lindy.garden/list. Because you never know, someday the locked section might be on a different platform. Because who knows, I don't know how long Patreon will stay around the company, but the locked section is forever. And that's just it's a collection of all these different audios, and it's access to the Discord community. And I need to get my coffee. It is growing cold, not even next to me, but on the kitchen counter. I'm going to pause and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, and the coffee is delicious. It's not Japanese coffee though, but it is delicious. There's an actual, do you know what the halo effect is? The halo effect, a good example is the Oscar Awards. Or any really award ceremony that has multiple categories. But the Oscars for Best Movie, you will have different categories where it's, some are the big ones, like what's the Best Picture of the Year, which is the award for the best movie of the year. Then they have Best Director, which you can say, okay, that's probably related. Probably whatever wins Best Picture is probably going to win Best Director. And then there's ones where they have different actors, and you can say, okay, yeah, probably the best. It makes sense that the best actor would also win Best Picture. Not always, but once you get down to things like best costuming, what are the chances that the Best Picture also has the best costuming of every movie that came out? And sometimes the ones that are, or at least nominated for best costuming, they're not even like, they're just people in suits, you know? That's a halo effect where a movie where it's like guys in suits was not considered incredible because of the costuming. But somehow, when it gets nominated for Best Picture, it also gets nominated for Best Costuming. That's the halo effect where a skill or a talent or something admirable, something good, impressive in one category makes people see that person or entity as being better in other categories as well. I don't remember why I was telling you this. Oh, it's the coffee. So this is non-Japanese coffee, but somehow having it in Japan, this is a real thing, not just with me, but definitely with me, where you label something as Japanese and just the cachet, the quality, the sense of specialness just goes up. So having this coffee, it's not Japanese coffee, but it's in Japan. It's like, wow, it's okay. Oh, I'm back. I had to pause there for a second. For about an hour or so, my host woke up and we chatted for a while, and now she's off to work. So I am back to talk to you, little bunny. We were at the halo effect. And it's that once you say something is Japanese, it just feels like higher quality, you know. That's a thing in design. Something that's common in all types of design. That when something is Japanese, okay, great. What were we talking about, little bunny? I guess we got to start fresh on a new topic. I have a lot of work to do today. Oh, so much work, little bunny. But it's good work. Oh, it's the best work ever. I really do want to bring it to Japan. Both in podcast and in real life, little bunny. If this startup is a big success, I will put together a bunny vacation fund. And you can get as free of a trip to Japan as I can muster. Might cost a little bit of money just to make sure you're serious about it and we're not going to flake. It doesn't even have to be with me. Just Japan is here for you, little bunny, because you'll have been the reason for the success and you'll deserve it. Won't really be a free vacation, will it? It'll be when you get to come to Japan. It'll be well deserved because you helped me get there. You helped me build the cool stuff. I'm in a different chair now and I can't see Mount Fuji. And there's a bit of a smog starting to grow though, so I'm not even sure it's visible anymore. Let me see, hold on. Oh no, it's still visible. I don't know how it wasn't visible before this. Maybe I just wasn't observant. So important to be observant, little bunny, or you'll miss all the marvelous things there are to notice. I was just finishing up, getting some social media ready for the startup. Oh, you know something I'm really excited for, little bunny? I'm really excited for this. With the startup, strict anonymity, like top secret confidentiality of my identity, is just not going to be possible. I'm still going to keep all Lindy content mysterious, and you'll never know my face unless you really go digging. You'll never know my name unless you really go digging. But at the same time, there's going to be something freeing in garden content about me being able to tell you where I go and like what I do, you know? Because I would love to tell you about all the granular specifics, but it would tell you, it would reveal identity stuff. But when the startup is off the ground and it's like, there's no way things could truly be anonymous, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. I just don't want to ruin some of the magic of having me be an imaginary type person, not quite real. That's part of the fun for you of the garden. I want to always preserve that for you. But it's going to be so much fun, little bunny, for me to just be able to show you where I go instead of having to dance around specifics. I guess I'll start now, little bunny. We went to what's a show called Samurai Restaurant Time. And see, I wouldn't have been able to say that before because my name is on the guest list, but now it's like, who cares? So we went to Samurai Restaurant Time, which is one of these, it caters to tourists totally. But it's a high energy, very Japanese show. Lots of drumming and dancing and singing. It's kind of like musical theater. It's a bit like Broadway, I would say, although it's a very small venue. It's in a bar. And it's very fun. It used to be called Robot Restaurant, which was one of the big tourist draws for the city. It's in the neighborhood of Shinjuku. You can look up videos online, although it's never going to be as good. You have to see it in person. So I'd love to buy you tickets for stuff like that. I didn't do it this time, but last time we went to Team Lab's Planets, which is really nice. There's a section in the beginning. It's like an art exhibit, but it's an experience art exhibit, and it's not afraid to just be, hold on. It's not afraid to be fun. That's something I do like about Japan, is that it's not afraid to be fun. It's not afraid to be silly. It's not afraid to be accessible. Accessible in the artistic sense where, man, I can speak about music most fluently, but in the 20th century, especially second half, the whole culture around composers, they were so fucking terrified of being accessible. They're terrified of making something that sounds good, because if you sound good, if your music sounds good, then you're naive and you have no artistic merit. And it's only by being the tortured few who can appreciate grotesque sounds. Only then are you in the in crowd. Otherwise, you're a social outcast by making nonsense for the masses who have no taste. That's how they saw the world. I think people have pretty good taste in general, little bunny. I think people have pretty good taste. And even more importantly, if someone enjoys something, if you enjoy something, little bunny, you enjoy a piece of art or a song or a TV show, it is good. It is a good piece of art if you enjoy it. It is a good TV show if you enjoy it. It is a good song if you enjoy it. No more of this, oh, well, I know it's not good, but I like it. Do you ever catch yourself saying that? Oh, I know I'm not supposed to like this show. I know it's bad, but I like it. No, little bunny, if you like it, it is good. And so Team Lab Planets is fun because let me adjust myself. I keep craning over the side of my chair to try and see Mount Fuji. Should we either sit up straight in this chair where we can't see it, or should we move back, make microphone sounds as we move back? There we go. There we go. More movement sounds, more movement sounds. Yeah, so Team Lab Planets. Okay, I should tell you what it is. So you move from room to room, and each room is a bit of an exhibit, but it's interactive in the sense that you move around it freely. It's like the room itself is the art piece, and it's not afraid to be fun. So the whole first half of it, you actually walk barefoot through water, and there's all kinds of projections on screens and on the walls, and even projections on the water. So for instance, one of the best rooms they project. It's very dark lighting, and they project fish onto the water, and there's all these, like, I guess virtual or like a fish of light that are swimming around you. It's very, very cool. And there's even an obstacle course type stuff in the third section. A spot where you make a crayon, a drawing, and then you scan it, and it goes and joins all these other animal drawings on the wall, crayon drawings. It's very, very cool. So I'd love to send you to that. I'd love to send you to a hot spring. Although, if you have tattoos, we'll have to find a progressive one. There's no tattoo rule for most onsens here. Onsen is the hot springs. But there is one that I think it is tattoo friendly. And it's also co-ed. Although they do make you wear like swimming suit type stuff that they provide for you. But that's fun if you want to go with a group and you don't want to be split if you have a mixed gender situation. Or if you just don't want to be bifurcated into is that the right word? Into a category. I can't remember what that one was called, but it was out in the countryside. Very, very nice. And you sleep on the tatami mats, which are the straw mats. And you may say, Daddy, doesn't it hurt to sleep on the ground? The answer is the tatami mats are pretty soft. However, here in the apartment where I'm staying with my host, we are spending the night on the floor as well, but it's on a hard floor. And I'm actually pretty used to it. It doesn't bother me. I've done that before in the past. In another story that I will tell you in the future when anonymity is not so strict. That's all going to be really great. And it's going to be really wonderful for me, little bunny, to not have to not tell you stories about my life. For the sake of keeping a confidential identity. So the magic will never be ruined unless you go hunting for things. But it'll bring me a lot of peace, and it'll mean that I can really push this startup to be big, big, big. Because I'm going to need to do interviews. I don't really want to do interviews, but I'll need to do interviews. I'll need to do presentations. So that's upcoming. I'm thinking of a clever way to do a controlled disclosure, I guess you could say, in case you're curious and you want to know who I am, what I look like, what my history is. The cool non-garden stuff that I've done, of which is a lot of stuff. I think we'll make a cool scavenger hunt. And it'll give you bits and pieces here and there. And it'll be a way to preserve the magic. Maybe even make me more magical as I become a real person. Or you can just have me be the voice in your ears, the mystery man who's not quite even real, who's always, always here for you. And you know what? I will always, always be here for you, no matter what, in any form, ever. Also, I think I'm pretty comfortable with the idea that if you see me in person, you get an automatic hug for as long as you want. I haven't fully decided on this yet, but I think I like that. Like, I'm a bit introverted to want to have a conversation on demand. So you might wonder, well, if I know what you look like, Daddy, and I see you on the street, can I come say hi? The answer is, I would love to give you a hug. I'm not always in the mood for a conversation. That's just my introvertedness. But I think I feel comfortable with you, little bunny. Yes, you. Of course you have permission to give me a hug. Of course. Why would I not be okay with that? You can have it last as long as you want. You'll be the one to break off the hug. But I don't know if I'll be in the mood for conversation. But I'll be in the mood for a hug. And even if I'm not in the mood for the hug, I care for you. And it will bring me great joy to bring you happiness, comfort, and safety. And maybe there is a rule that you can't come track me down for a hug. It just has to happen. I think I like that. I have no problem with that. I just want to wait to see if, for whatever reason, I come up with an idea for why I shouldn't do that. But I think it's good. I would love to give you a hug, little bunny. I guess if I'm going somewhere, if you say, well, Daddy, what if I'll make you late for something? I say, well, we're going to have a walking hug if I'm running late for something, little bunny. I'm not stopping my life for you, but I'll bring you along with me everywhere. I won't stop my life for you, but I'll bring you along everywhere. What else? I'm also jittery now. This coffee has been in my system for a while. That's what I was going to say about the halo effect, little bunny. Is that this coffee, despite not being Japanese coffee... Oh, I'm getting interrupted again. I'll tell you later. I am back again, little bunny. I had to pause for the second time when I was trying to tell you about the halo effect. I wonder if, little bunny, and the halo effect with coffee and why it has to do with coffee. I wonder if this is forbidden information about the halo effect on coffee, little bunny. Dare we tread into such forbidden associations? At this point, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I am super jittery now because this coffee apparently was super damn strong. I'm out of the coffee, as in the coffee has been finished. I am jittery. I am shaking. Also because I haven't had exercise this past week. Not good, little bunny. You want a sane daddy, you must get exercise. So I think I might look into doing a day pass for a gym or something like that. I need to get out of the house, little bunny. I'm going a little crazy over here. I had to pause, had some breakfast with Queen Little Bunny, and then I had a online meeting with my engineer who's helping with some of this startup stuff. And we're good to go, little bunny. We're good to go. And I'm now getting social media stuff together for the startup. Oh no, Daddy's social media obligation has doubled. And yeah, then it's more work. Pause 1 second. Okay. I think we got to call it here, little bunny. I'm so jittery. I have to stretch my legs. I have to go get some food. And then I have to get back here and get some work done. Oh, a busy life is a better life. Isn't that right? I got to write you a poem. Let me pause and write you a poem 1 second. Boom. Okay, done. You get to say haiku. Your poem this week, written for you, little bunny, goes like this. I have to find it again. I have so many windows open. It's not even here. Where is it? Where did the poem go? The poem is hiding. Also forbidden knowledge. Here it is. You ready? Here's your forbidden poem. Life with you is fun. Life without you is boring. Stick around forever. Have a great, great week, little bunny. I love you immensely. And I cannot wait for what's in store. This is just the beginning, little bunny. This is just the beginning. Oh my God, the best days of the garden are yet to come. I can't wait. Also, the budget of the garden is going to skyrocket if I do a good job with this, and I'm going to pay for your vacations, okay? I love you, little bunny. Take care. I love you. I love you. I love you.